Carol J. Blink Atlanta Magazine. I am here with Dr. Heavenly. You all may recognize her more from the hit reality show Married to Medicine, but when it comes to brains and beauty, definitely an understatement for her. So, Dr. Heavenly.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Very good. Thank you for asking.
So, in addition to the show, please tell people that don't know a little more about what it is that you do in addition to the.
Well, I'm a homebody. The first thing that's most important to me is family. I'm a wife first and foremost. I'm a mother, and I'm a child of God. As far as a career is concerned, my training is in dentistry. I'm a dentist. I've been a dentist for over 15 years, and I've owned several practices, bought them, sold them, real estate, all of that business. For the longest, I did a radio show called the Dr. Heavenly Radio Show, and I wanted to talk about business, money, and finance. And what I found was when people called in for questions about, I wanted to answer questions about all the mistakes I had made in business. And what I found is that most people didn't want business advice from me. They would always go back to Heavenly, how can you have several practices, have your real estate license, Series 65, your insurance license, all these different attributes, have 4 practices, 4 dogs, 3 kids, and keep your man happy.
Right.
So that was the whole thing. They kept saying, how can you juggle all these things and keep your man happy? So I started answering questions about relationships, and I've been married nearly 20 years. And I took it a step further, and I got certified as a certified relationship coach. Basically,
Awesome.
Carol, I just want to throw this out. I'm just a little bit smart, okay?
Right.
Okay, so
A
I
little
could
bit
just
smart.
I could just take these classes, and I just have an interest sometimes in
Right.
things, and I'll just read the book and go ahead and take the class. So people say, well, Heavenly, why do you have all these credentials? Like, if I'm going to buy real estate, I want to know something about real estate.
Right.
So I went through the book, took the test, and passed it. So why not?
Right.
If I want to learn about finance, I just learned enough to be, and the tests are easy. I'm a test taker, I guess. So.
And I know you're a very hands-on mother. So how hard is it or easy is it for you to juggle all the things that you do plus still be that hands-on mom?
That's a really easy question because people quite often ask me that. It's all about priorities. You know what I mean? I know that my first priority is to my family, to God first, and then my family. I'm here in the morning when my kids go to school. I'm here when they get home in the evenings, and I make sure I'm there for them.
Right.
They're most important. My husband and my children are most important. So I always keep that in mind with whatever I'm doing.
Yeah, and I've seen you and your husband out before, and I'm not married,
Right.
but I'm like, that's how I'm gonna be
Yeah.
with my husband. Because one event we were at, and I noticed, and my friend noticed it too. It's like this woman works, but she's still, she's rubbing his back,
Right.
team daddy.
That's what you're supposed to do as
Absolutely.
a wife. That's what
Right.
I don't know if you follow the show, but when I first came on the show, I got a lot of ridicule for saying that I submit to my husband.
Right.
And the interesting thing is, after I said it, and it's biblical, people started agreeing with me, but they gave me so much
And
conflict
I agree
initially
with you. I'm
about
like I
it.
said, I'm
Right.
single, but I agree with you as well.
But the interesting thing is, you have to submit to the right man. So if you can't
Exactly.
submit to him, why did you marry him? And that's why they get
Absolutely.
upset with me on Married to Medicine, because I speak the truth.
Right.
It's the truth. You can't get mad at the truth. It's my truth. So why get mad at my truth?
They can't.
I mean, I submit to my husband because I think he's worthy of it.
Exactly.
If your man's not worthy, then don't do it.
Right.
Don't
And you
worry
can't
about what I'm doing.
submit to just anybody because
Right.
they're not worthy. If they're going to lead you in the wrong direction,
Absolutely.
how can you submit to that?
Absolutely. And you just got to trust in God that you're praying for your husband, that he'll take you where you need to go. And, I took a lot of other ridicule about calling my husband daddy. Why do people care what I call my husband?
Right. It's your
I mean,
husband.
that's my business. He called me buddy. I'm his buddy. He my daddy.
Right.
Take it how you want to take it. So.
All right. Now, speaking of relationships,
Yes.
we know that you have your PIQ Dating
Yes.
app,
Mm-hmm.
and that's PIQ
Yeah,
for
P-
you all that don't know. So, what was I know you said people ask you
About relationships.
about relationships.
And
So-
when I started answering questions about relationships, I noticed that it's an epidemic that people are looking for love. They're looking how to meet a man, how to meet a woman.
I'm looking
And I
for
was
love.
trying to figure out a way where I could help with that. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because I always try to find a solution with the problem. And when I was doing my market research, I found that there were 3,000 dating apps out there. But it's only top 10 apps out there for dating, and I can name them to if you want me to, but it's not about them, it's about PIQ. But the interesting thing on those dating apps is all of them had like superficial criteria.
Right.
What color are your eyes? What do you look like? How much money you make? It was so superficial. It was almost like you're not looking for love, you're looking for a hookup.
Right.
So I was thinking, like, how can I make this a little bit different and make it, you know, me and how I think and look at your characteristics, your character before I do the superficial stuff and not make it a meat market approach.
Right.
And me and my team, we got together and we came up with several ideas. People definitely want to see the person. So what we have is we can flow through and look at the person on the app and see the different people you may be interested in. But we said, hey, we're going to make it a little bit different. We're going to make it like a game because, you know, I like to play. So when I reach out to you, you can't see me initially. So I can see you. You can always be on the other side of the game, but I can always see you. But when I reach out to you, you can't see me. And I'll ask you what we call an icebreaker question. And the interesting thing about an icebreaker question is people lie on the apps anyway.
Right.
So you can tell a lot about a person's spirit and the way they speak by the way they write.
Right.
First, you're going to tell if they're intelligent. I think when we played Peek on the show, somebody spelled the words wrong. So you know already that, hey, maybe that's not the person for you.
Right.
Or somebody may lie or whatever. But you can tell a whole lot about the person and you can get out what's most important to you. Now, for me in a relationship, first and foremost would be the religion, because I don't think I could work with somebody that I'm not equally up with.
Right.
And one thing I learned in relationships is there's no perfect anything. It's about what's perfect for you.
Right.
So once we get through those questions, after a certain number of interactions, you have to take a real-time photo. Because what we found is a lot of people complain that the person that they met on the app was not the person that they saw on the app. So what we do is have to have a real photo. You got 10 seconds to take a photo. So it's a real photo. So we came up with a lot of different ideas, and we're continuing to develop. It's actually on the Apple iTunes App Store. What do you call it? Apple iTunes App Store right now, and it will be on Google Play for Android next week.
Okay, very good.
So we're working it out. I had no clue how to do an app. I figured that thing out.
I'm sure
That's
you
how you
did.
do. Yeah, you figured it out. You can do anything in this world.
Yep,
And
that
you
is
just figure
true.
it out. Yeah.
That is true. And tell us about how has your life changed since Married to Medicine?
You know, a lot of people ask me that question, and to me, it's been a lot of fun doing Married to Medicine. I've been in conflict on the show, and certain things I would change about the way things went down on the show, but pretty much I'm pretty pleased with it. I think that any TV show, even though it is real, everything about it is real, it should be funny. You should have humor. You got to have the drama. We have different, you know, we have exciting stories.
So tell us about your castmates and how
Who you
are
want to
they?
talk about?
Let's
You know what? Every one of our castmates are educated women. You know, they're intelligent and they're real people.
Right.
So we actually open up our lives and show real situations that a lot of people are dealing with. People are dealing with different childhood issues.
Right.
I think one of our castmates is dealing with her dad. You know, he was ill, so she was taking care of him. Some people are dealing with infidelity in their relationships, and I think it's
Who is that?
important to watch the show. I think it's very important to underscore that everybody goes through the same thing.
Right.
We're just putting our life out there and showing it. So it's improper. A lot of people think that it's okay to judge. And you know, we are putting our lives out there for scrutiny. But how can you judge
y'all
when,
get a little messy.
when everybody goes through the same things? People have problems in their relationships. They have problems with infidelity, have financial problems. We all just put it out there.
Right.
So I think that's something to be commended, that we can show that as educated women, we go through things, but we can get through them and we do better next time.
Right.
So that's what I want to put out there.
Okay, very good. So what is down the pike for you, or what are you working on currently?
I have a lot of different things I want to work on. First and foremost, Carol, I'll tell you, when I first saw about doing reality TV, I would have never thought that I would have ever. I, in fact, turned my head up to it, turned my nose up to it when Mariah first brought the idea to me. In fact, I didn't even believe that she had a reality TV show when I met her 4 or 5 years ago. Now, moving forward, I have a lot of different plans. I mean, I have a book coming out. It's called The Business of Love. Meaning you have to have a business plan to get the man you want or the woman you want. You have to have a plan for it. You know, we have PIQ Dating. And now I'm working on my own TV talk show called Heaven Knows.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're trying to get that down the pipeline. And I think it'll be good. It'll be funny, and you'll get to learn a lot of things and entertaining.
So heaven knows, is it gonna be
about relationships? I'm
That's
a
what I was
relationship
gonna ask
expert. That's what I am. So
Well,
why would
you're
it
gonna
be
help
anything
me,
else?
right?
Absolutely.
But
What
I
do you
don't
want?
want somebody that's living home
Okay.
with their mother.
Okay, but
and
now
all
you
of
got
that
to
stuff.
work with what you got to work with now. What's most important to you?
Well, he has to know how to spell.
Okay.
For one.
I like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
And I'm getting up in age.
Okay.
So
How old are you?
I'm 41.
Oh, you look good, girl.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
You know, black don't crack.
Right,
You look
absolutely.
good. So you never know that. Okay.
You know, someone that's open to possibly having more children.
Okay. All right. You better hurry up. But okay.
Right. And he has to be intelligent. I
Okay.
like dating men that I can learn from.
Mhm.
You know, I like a man that's like one step
Mhm.
above
important.
me,
That's
right?
important.
Because
Mhm.
like you said, he should be able to lead.
Mhm.
You know, if you down here, you can't lead me anywhere.
Right.
So I want, I have to be able to submit and all.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
but we won't go into all of that.
Well, you know, the interesting thing that I find that you did not say that you didn't go into the physical, the phenotypes. You know what I mean? Of the man, his eye color, or anything like that. And that's how I think women think. You know what I mean? That's not the first thing. A lot of men, the first thing they're looking for is the way you look.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I think that's where we differ a little bit. We kind of look a little bit deeper. So kind of PIQ, you can kind of tell it was made by a woman. But I think that we have something that's very different. In any business, once you find your niche or your specification, being a specialty in something, I think you got something pretty big. I think we got something pretty great with PIQ.
I think so too. Absolutely. I've tried the. Well, I'm not
Okay,
gonna put all my business out there.
But you know,
anyway.
the first night we mentioned PIQ on our show, Married to Medicine, thousands of people downloaded the app that night. So it's amazing. It's amazing the exposure you get in reality TV.
Absolutely. So, is there anything else at all that we did not touch on that you? Well, wait. I have one question.
Anything?
Because you are, in addition to being a doctor, you are definitely an entrepreneur.
Right.
So what advice would you give to other people that are entrepreneurs or contemplating becoming entrepreneurs?
I think the first thing of advice I would give most people is you can't worry about what other people are going to say about you. Right. You're going to have failures. You have to have thick skin in the world of business. You just do. You're going to make mistakes and just keep going. I think that any business mogul will tell you right now to just keep going. You're gonna make mistakes. I've made millions, I've lost millions and was sick about it. You know what I mean? Lost money. But once you make your first million, you can do it over and over again. Right. You can do it. And you're gonna make mistakes, but just keep going. And don't worry about the other man. The other man ain't doing half of what you're doing. Right. So don't even worry about them. They got time to talk about you, they're not doing their own thing.
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay, so tell our viewers, how can they contact you?
Yes, I'm Dr. Heavenly for Bravo TV's Married to Medicine, and you can contact me on my website, which is www.drheavenly.com. I'm on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at dr_heavenly. That's Dr_heavenly.
All right. Well, thank you for giving us a moment of your time.
Thank you for coming.
Right, this is Carol J. here, Blink Atlanta Magazine. That's blinkatlanta.com or at Blink Atlanta Magazine on IG.
Alrighty. Hi, I'm Dr. Heavenly from Bravo TV's Married to Medicine, and I'm blinking with Blink Atlanta Magazine.